G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrities. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrity. Catch us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and don't forget your wine. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrities. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrity. Catch us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and don't forget your wine. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrities. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrity. Catch us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and don't forget your wine. Sipping with How you doing, April?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. So, like we were saying last week, the topic was, should the absent parent have to pay child support if they're taking care of their child? Now, you weren't on the show last week. How do you feel about that statement? Do you feel like the absent parents should still have to pay child support even though he or she is taking care of their child? And
As
why or why
long as
not?
they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, they shouldn't have to go and pay.
Why not? Why shouldn't the absent parent have to pay child support even though he or she is taking care of the child?
They shouldn't have to if they're actually doing something for the child.
So you feel this, you feel like I feel. I feel like if the absent parent is taking care of the child, they shouldn't have to pay child support as well.
Right.
Um, okay, cool beans. That's how I feel. We did have a gentleman on the show where he put himself on child support so that the other parent didn't have to, but of course that still wasn't enough. She wanted more and more and more and more. Women can be, people can be greedy,
Yeah.
you know. So, back to the topic of today is the story of April Ballard, part one. April has been on the show before. This is her second time being on the show. If you haven't listened to her story, the truth, it is on season one. Um, if you haven't listened to any of the other seasons, they are available now, seasons one through three, and then you also have season four, which is now. April, what's new with you?
Um. Let's see. Just been going through a lot of things. I got broken up on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Um. He couldn't even be a man and tell me. He had to go and tell someone who I thought was a friend and put it up on Facebook after he told me that he'll never put our business out there together or not. But that's not a real man.
I agree.
So
I
I
def-
just been living a life as a little whore right now.
Why a whore though? Not a whore. Why do you
Yeah.
have to be a whore?
And it's been fun.
Oh wow. What makes you a whore?
Well, I was only sleeping with one person, but I just talked to a lot of guys because I really can't. talk to a lot of females like that. I can't stay on the phone with a female and talking about hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, the latest fashions. Like, no.
Yeah, it's not too many females I can sit on the phone and talk to either. S- So that makes you a whore because you have more male friends than female friends.
Well, no, not really. But I'm just saying, like, I only slept with one, but we're still cool. We still hang out. We still talk. But but as far as that, that's about it.
What else has been going on in your life? The last time that you were on the show, um, what's new? Did you ever get a place?
I had got it, but I lost it, and I'm trying to get another one. Um, I've been going to a mental behavior place to go and get treated. It's been working, but
That's
sometimes
good.
the old April just wants to come out and just. I just want to bring her out just one good time.
And do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because I have people that like to mess with me, and I feel like if I just bring the old April out, that they'll just leave me alone.
What do you think that'll accomplish?
It'll just make me feel better. I really don't care about them. I'm keeping it real.
I understand. I understand. Um, Anything else been going on since the last time you were on the show?
Um, Supposed to be going to see my daughter tomorrow.
Oh, yay.
Yes. I really don't know what we're really going to do, but we'll find something to do.
Well, that's good. That's good. Hi, Dana. How are you?
Hello, how are y'all doing?
Hi,
We're
Dana.
good. Glad you can make it, Dana. We were just going over what we talked about last week, and April was just telling us, giving us a little juicy juice from the last time she was on the show. April has been broken up on Facebook. There she has rumors going about her that she's a whore. And did I leave anything out, April?
Oh yeah, then it's a rumored about that I'm a crackhead too.
So
So
this what you need to
But I'm
tell
just
them since they always trying to get that role of your publicist. Tell them you need your money. Run you your money since they advertise the that's what I look at it as haters being haters. They turn it to publicists.
yeah. Because I told Maria that, well, I asked Maria the other day, could I wear her purse and everything? She told me that I could, that she had to take her stuff out. So I didn't wait for her. I didn't even get the purse because I didn't even want to go and take none of her stuff out because I didn't want her to go and say that something was missing because she knows that I do crack and everything. So, hey,
that's
I don't
funny.
have time for that.
You
But
made
a
me
girl
choke.
say something missing, and I know I didn't take it, but crackheads they can't help it. They got a little touchy feely going on.
It's a shame that people are so sad with themselves that they have to slander other people's name. And like I tell people, damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you're doing bad, they talk about you. If you're doing good, you fucked your way to the top. So whatever. Tell them to kiss what you
Yeah,
twisting. It
well, you
ain't
know
your
what? The
wrist.
next question I would ask: are you upset because you ain't got the vagina I got? Is that what it
Right.
is? Look, Kegel exercises work, sweetheart. Try them. You might can tighten yours up while it's all we loose. Loosey
But look,
Hmm.
goosey.
so last week, right? I did go to my ex house, and I was just going to get my stuff and everything. And so I wasn't expecting him to really say anything to me, but we did talk. But he was telling me that he did not break up with me, that we're on a break or whatever, that we're still together but we're on a break. I said, no,
Okay, and how you feel
broke
about
up
that
with
one?
me. You broke up with me and you did it on Facebook. Then you told someone who I thought was a friend, but she's not even a friend. Like, I was appreciated that she let me stay with her,
All
but
right,
I couldn't
Maria.
even eat while I was there. She would eat in front of me, telling me, "Ooh, the food is good" and everything. And I'm up here, got to get someone else to go and cash at me, and I would cash app it to my ex so that he can go and get me something to eat when he got off of work.
Friends like that, sweetheart, you don't need no enemies.
And then it was just like I couldn't do nothing while I was staying there. When I say nothing, I mean like if I tried to go and clean up the house, what are you doing? Stop doing this. Go sit down. Like, I'm used to cleaning up when you stay with someone.
Right.
Now all of this is over. How do you feel? Because it sounds like it was very stressful for you.
Right.
Yeah, it was because it's like my ex was the only guy that came over there. Like I was going through a lot. Like where I used to stay at and everything, I couldn't get none of my clothes. So he went and put up on Facebook, I know someone that's in need of some help and everything. He put down the size clothes that I wear, the shoes and everything. And a volunteer from his job saw his post and his status on Facebook, and she blessed me with 2 boxes of clothes and everything. So, but then you gonna go and put up on Facebook, oh, I was the only one that did more for you and no one else did. Like, you holding that mess over my head. Like, I'm not mad at the point that we're not together anymore because I've been knowing this guy for 14 years. And without of the 14 years, we always manage to get back together. So I already know that he's going to try to come back into my life. But as far as a relationship, I don't even want the relationship. I just want a friendship. Like, people keep telling me, why would you want a friendship with him? But if they was to really understand what we have going on, then they would know. Like right now, they really can't really say too much because I'm not going to go and tell them anything.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
But the
like,
only thing that really hurt me is that you're going to go and confide into someone else that you don't even know. And then when I asked him, why would you confide into someone like that? And I couldn't even eat or anything at her house. He told me that he can confide into whoever that he wants to confide into. And he told me to have a good life.
Well, in my opinion, like I told you before, that man didn't reach out to her. She reached out to him.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no way in the world that he felt that comfortable with talking to her the way he was talking to her.
mm-hmm,
She reached out to him. He didn't reach out to her.
pretty much.
She reached out to him when you left her house. You was a whore and you was all this other stuff, but you wasn't that when you was staying at her house. So when you left her house, you became all this stuff. She reached out to that dude. That dude didn't reach out to her.
Hmm.
Let's just put it like this: she been after what you had all along,
Thank you. Cause
and you
she's
just and you allowed her that ammunition to put to pour in that relationship you and him have. Now
cause
you
ain't
saying y'all done been together for 14 years. If that relationship that y'all have built for 14 years is stronger than what it is, he wouldn't believe what somebody else is saying. That opinion should already be formed between y'all within y'all relationship and how well y'all know each other.
Yeah.
hmm facts. It's in my opinion, first of all, I understand that's your ex or whatever,
But
but
they exes for a reason.
he's a coward. Excuse me. You don't. break up with people. First of all, you don't certain you don't put on Facebook. I use Facebook as entertainment, but they don't know nobody on Facebook knows my business. You understand what I'm saying? I'm up there entertainment only.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have dared posted what he posted on Facebook about anybody, especially somebody I supposed to quote unquote care about or be in a relationship with. You you how old and you breaking up with people on Facebook? Come on now.
That is a coward. That's a straight
That's a
coward.
cat that's a coward. The same way you picked up your phone and typed all that stuff on Facebook, you could have picked up your phone and had a conversation with me like an adult.
With the same amount of energy.
Exactly. And
Maybe
we
a
would have
little
been
less because you're running your mouth instead of moving your fingers.
exactly. And on top of that, you not mad about something that you know for a fact. You going off of something somebody else that I used to stay at their house and I no longer stay there anymore. If this was the truth, why didn't they tell you this while I was there? Why they had to wait till I leave to tell you this stuff? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just going off what somebody told you. You're not going off about what you know because now you have to ask yourself, why is this chick telling me all of this stuff? Why she didn't tell me this stuff while she was living there? Because it wasn't true.
And then on
And
top
like
of that,
Dana said,
how did she even get a contact in order for him to get that information to him?
they
Come
friends
on.
on Facebook.
Come on now. And you can exchange numbers beyond Facebook. All that should have no. It's
Right,
too questionable.
right.
And the best bet is to tell him, my dude, you ain't got to go through all of these. Homegirl, you ain't had to go through all of this. Both of y'all grown.
And
Give
then
me
for
my
you,
choice. You know
and
what I'm
then
saying?
with
If I
the
still want to fool with you, then let me. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all gonna do. I make my decision.
and that's supposed to be a friend,
That
and
ain't no friend. That
that
ain't no
ain't,
friend.
ain't no friend of mine gonna have me out back like that. um, what was I gonna say? So, have you talked to the friend since she told him this information?
Yeah, I confronted her because one of the guys that goes to the center with me, he does door dashing, and I'll go with him sometimes. And so we had got an order to go to her house. And I confronted her and I asked her, why did she go and tell him all of these lies? And she told me that she didn't tell him nothing. So I said, well, how does he know all of this stuff? How does he know about the lies then? Because you told him, but she swore up and down that she wouldn't do nothing like that, that I'm a good friend. But like I told her, you're not even a friend if I couldn't eat there. It doesn't matter that you didn't have enough food. Okay, I understand at the time I didn't have my food stamps, but when I got my food stamps, you told me I'll be able to eat.
A friend will be there through thick and thin, no matter what. I don't give a damn if you ain't had your car with you, sweetheart. My table is your table. Come sit your ass down and come eat with us.
Right.
Better yet, here go. Look, I'm not ready to eat. Come on, here you go. You ready to eat? There you go. I'm
Right.
no. It's it's too many misconceptions when you call people a friend.
Mhm. People
They
use
have to
that word
prove
too freely.
themselves. Exactly. They have to prove themselves. They have that, that friendly intent. Until then, they become associates. Growing up, we didn't
Mhm.
have friends. We had
Nope.
family. I
Nope.
didn't really understand the concept of a friend versus a family member until I moved here to the state of Texas.
Same
I
here.
had to learn quick. And that word, that friend, yes, it does. It's thrown around so frivolously.
Mhm.
That girl ain't never been your friend, sweetheart. She ain't never been
No,
your friend.
cause ain't no way in hell my friend would have been watching me and my child eat. Hell no. Ain't no way in hell. So Dana,
Yes, ma'am.
before you became a permanent co-host, you were on the show and you were talking about some things that were going on with you and your siblings. Have any of that changed?
Yes, it has. Sadly to say, yes, it has. For the it changed back to the normal, and I say normal is no communication, and one of my sisters is upset with me right now. So ask me if I give a care. No, I don't. But hey, we good. I'm good.
Okay. Did y'all ever reconcile and start talking again?
No, um, it's more or less the middle girl. I'm I have one child, one responsibility. You know, 7 years old, 4 feet tall. I'm auntie, so I play my role to the T. I'm not your
Mm.
babysitter. I'm not your transportation. I'm not none of the above, but auntie.
Mhm.
So it becomes a matter of a question to where I assisted with getting your children in school, but it's not my responsibility to take them as well as pick them up.
Right.
You have a vehicle, which you don't need much call to ask if my child has to go to school on rainy days or on any days. You drop your children
Mhm.
off. But then all of a sudden you never have gas to come pick them up. I have a problem with that.
I would too.
So you know what? I put a halt to it. And when I told her I wasn't able to because me and my daughter, I was spending time with my child. Yeah, that's when she stopped talking to me. It's all well and good. It's all well and good because I will never put my child before you and yours. Because again, that's my child.
Right.
So it's just, you know, I have to make sure my child has the most memorable childhood ever, drama free, because she don't deserve to be mixed in a whole bunch of foolishness.
Right.
Mm-mm. So if I have to cut ties, man, snip, clip, burnt, we good.
Right.
I agree. What about your mother? Did y'all rekindle your relationship?
No, my mama tried to send me to jail. Man, she tried to put me up under the jail cell.
Oh wow.
Um, Doing my home health care, she called the people and told them I attacked her. I attacked her. Like I didn't attack my mom, and I use that mom word kind of very frivolously to be respectful, on here, so we won't have backlash. But you know what? I really don't care. You have to earn that position as a mother, and that's someone she did what she did, and so therefore I'm grown. I have my opinion. I'm the only one that went through and saw what's going on, so therefore she doesn't have that mom position to me. But she slapped me, and I instinctively slapped her back. That's all I did. I backed up, till you realize, like, dang, this is the woman that gave birth to me.
Mm.
At some point, you get tired of being the stuff on
Nice.
the bottom of somebody's shoe. You know,
Shit. You could say shit.
I'm tired. Between my mother, my sisters, my son, I'm no longer y'all target to be verbally abused because I'm not doing what y'all expected me to do. I've always been a family oriented person and been trying to have my family come together, mother, sisters, even my stupid behind son. But all of these people are grown. Y'all don't want to do. Y'all happy with the way y'all life is? Good. I'm happy for y'all. Let me be free and do what I need to do for me and mine. I'm no longer y'all problem solver, Miss Fix It. It's all about Team Harris. Team Harris.
I
So it's
get
just a
it.
lot of foolishness. I stopped. I refuse. I stopped a lot.
Hello, Miss Beth. Beth just entered the room. The voice that you just heard, Beth, was Dana telling her story. April did tell her story, but she's going to continue after Dana, okay? So you haven't missed anything too much.
So other than that, walking away, yep, walking away is the right thing. Thank you, Miss Bevan. I do agree. I need to be happy for myself, not for me to be happy for, my family to be happy and I'm sitting here miserable. And that's exactly what I've been doing over the years, being miserable.
Sometimes you do have to be the bigger persons, but sometimes you just don't. That bigger person thing, sometimes you just want to be like, you know what? I'm tired of turning that other cheek. Because if I turn the other cheek, what you gonna do? Slap me on that one too, right?
Hmm.
Man,
So,
my,
it,
my
it
behind is sore.
right,
My tail is
exactly.
sore.
You smacking me on all the cheeks. Now my booty hurt. My face hurt now. Everything hurts. Um, Dana Beth said her son makes her feel that way too. You
Oh my God.
know.
My son is 26 years old, and this grown chadult had the audacity to tell me he always looked at my mother as his mother instead of me. But he don't understand the struggles that I had to go through in order for him to be breathing on this earth. So I
I'm
cut
s-
ties with him too. I'm all about my happiness now. I'm all about making sure my daughter has the best childhood ever.
and
That's
it's
what I'm.
and that's okay because he's grown. He's old enough now where he makes his own decisions. So now the decisions that he make is on him. He know what he
Exactly.
needs to do and what he's supposed to do, and if he end up going back into jail because of his foolishness, then that's on his. She said, Beth said her son is 17, 6 foot tall, almost 300 pounds. She's 5'5" and 87 pounds, so she can't walk away right now. Oh,
And I understand. But Miss
yeah.
Beth, at some point you're gonna have to gain your ground. You can't allow these kids to consume our lives. We give them what we need to give them for them to survive in this world. From that point on, it's up to them to make that survival. They had to learn just like we had to learn. We can be that helping hand. We can be that confidant, that conscience, that second conscience, that encourager. But we can't always be there and give them that boost up. They have to understand it's time for y'all to learn. We gave y'all what y'all needed to learn out here in this world. It's time for y'all to
Mm.
buckle down and use it.
And they have to understand, like mom told me, I brought you in this world, I can take you out. And we as children have to realize that the mother, do make that choice, you know, because yes, the father help, but the mother makes that choice. It's her body if she wants to bring you into this world or not. It's not the father's decision, so
You know what, Maria? My son was the age of 14 when he decided to want to muscle up and jump on me because he had a little height on me. I also had to forget that was my child and beat this boy down like he was another man out in the street because it was a fight to survive. To let this little boy know, don't ever test me.
hmm
Out of fear, my own son cut my leg up, and I had to get staples. That's how deep the cuts were, and ran away to my mom. Of course, the question was, what did I do? What you mean, what did I do? I did what any mother would. Beat the bricks off this little boy to let him know, don't ever try to test me. I'm just being real. These kids now, again, we can give them what they need to survive. But being out there in them streets, my son been in and out of juvenile to where he had his first taste of prison. Don't you know the punk came out of him?
when he got locked up.
When he and I tried to tell him. I went and got the house phone turned on. Who has a phone these days? A house phone, a landline, you know? So I got the phone turned on so he can call me when he was jumped on. I listened to the situation and filed the complaint for him. When he was violated his with the officers, filed that complaint for him. I helped him so much to where I wrote a letter to the parole board asking for them to give him an opportunity to prove himself in society. He can make it in society. He can change. He was paroled. Now I'm expecting him for him to come, to my home. They sent him to a half house. I talked to a couple of family members. They told me best bet, let him stay where he's at. Me being excited, he's home, and everything that him and I discussed. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him this opportunity, I'm gonna give him this chance. And then on top of that, he has a little sister he really don't know.
Right.
2 months, it was all good. He got out of here, got a job. He was doing good. He went and got another job. Boy, you good. By that 3rd month, he was up out of my house. I got to the point, look, bro, you ain't about to disrespect me. And then on top of that, you ain't about to tell me who I can have in my house. Again, keyword, my house.
Right.
Don't come home thinking you about to be the man of the house, because you're not. You don't have that position up under my roof. You barely holding on a prince, because I got a princess. So you got to stand your ground, because these kids will take you through all sorts of stupidness for no reason. And a lot
Dana,
of it has to do with people out here in the streets.
Beth wants to know if your son was on any mental medication.
Ain't know what's wrong with Terrence at all. Not a thing. Nothing. He as a child he had epilepsy, and he's with asthmatic. They had him on a lot of medication, but then with me going through the medical profession and graduating with my CNAs, I started researching a lot of the medication that he was taking. So I slowly took him off of it, and he slowly grew out of the seizures. Every now and then his allergies will flare up, and he'll have deal with his asthma. Other than that, no seizures, none. So it's about him trying to think he can do whatever he want, and his grandma gonna always be there to catch him when he fall. But not realizing grandma always called mama and got mama to see what she can do, call around and get information and see what can be done.
Yep. Beth says she thinks her son lies about his. He refuses to take any of it now. He won't take his medicine.
And as his guardian, you could also have his levels tested. Speak with his doctor and let them ask him, can they test his blood to see where his levels at, to make sure he's been taking his medication. So, like I said, adults that's trying to be kids, that are still kids, or should I say?
If I'm reading correctly, Beth's son is in the juvenile detention center because he tried to kill her. Is that correct? Wow. Yeah, he attacked her, but she sent him to the detention center with a black eye and a unicorn.
And he better be happy that's all he walked out that door with. Trust me, he better be happy that's all he walked out that door with. That right there is a fight. Is literally a fight to survival.
Bear with me one moment. Beth is calling in.
Okay, well, sorry, I was not hearing it. I could not speak before.
Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me?
can you hear me?
It's a little distraughted, but we can hear you.
Odd. I guess I need to go back to typing then.
Can y'all hear her okay?
Yes.
It sounds a little
Yeah, they can
distorted
hear
on
you
my
okay.
end, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine, Beth.
Okay. My son, actually, the first time he tried to kill me, he was 3. Me and my husband woke up in the middle of the night to a baseball bat to us. He's went through in and out of mental health institutions. Been on all kind of medications, even for adults. It just doesn't help. The last time he went into JDC, they were called in because he basically held me up against the wall and choked me to death. They had to revive me. He is now out of JDC, and they made me take him back in, or else I would serve prison time.
Are you serious?
As a heart attack. And now it's like anytime he gets angry, you just kind of back away and try to run away so it's not taken out on you.
Beth, how do you feel about this?
I don't want him in my home. I've told him I'm scared. I mean, he's killed me once. He can, if he's done it once, he'll do it again. I
agree with
mean,
that.
the cops came 2 weekends ago because he had incident, as they call it. He says it's his mental health, but I don't believe him, honestly, because there's times he can control it and times he just doesn't even try. And I literally had to hold him at night going away from me.
Sound like he's using that as a crutch.
Yeah, and that's what, like, he'll tell me, oh, I don't remember. I blacked out. I don't remember. And then at times he'll tell them, oh, I hear voices. They tell me to do this. But all the tests that they've run stated it's not that.
And they won't allow you to give your rights up?
Will not let me. They said that if I gave up my rights or just left him there, I would serve prison time for child abandonment.
Wow.
And child neglect and child
Oh,
abuse.
he could do an emancipation.
The judge will not allow it.
This is your life.
Yeah. We literally had cops for 3 months straight coming to the house every single day to make sure I was okay. And then they
That's
just
a lot of
quit.
money.
So yeah, I kind of.
And then while they were coming, and there was no
Oh
incident.
no, because he hides it so well. Like family members, like, oh no, he ain't like that. You're lying. You're lying. He's not like that. He's never shown out around us. I'm like, yeah, because he doesn't do it. He wants to put the best face forward.
Beth, I'm gonna tell you from one parent to another, beat the bricks off of him.
And I have as much as I can, but now it's my health.
That's a lot.
I'm now on the
That
terminal
is
cancer
a
list,
lot.
so I can't really do much. So
That is
Oh,
breaking
man.
your body down with all that stress.
exactly, and they're like, that's probably why it spread. The cancer spreads. It's spreading as fast as it is.
Yes.
It's all the
You
stress.
stress. You are stressed.
That's crazy.
So yeah, Data, when I walked in and that's what I heard basically from you, I'm like, oh yeah, I found the spot. Usually need to know exactly what I'm going through.
Look, I mean, because we talk about real experiences here, experiences that we have been through, and we love to see. You know, we know that we're not the only ones going through these situations, so we love to hear callers like you, that's able to voice what they're going through.
Yes, you can.
Because out of
Sorry.
anything, we can find different solutions to assist you.
Yeah, you can. Yes, can. What do you need, hon? What state am
What
I
state
in?
are you from,
I'm
Beth?
actually in the state of Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mississippi.
Yes, Mississippi here.
All right. We're in Virginia.
I actually used to live in Roanoke about 5.5 years ago.
So we are in Virginia. Beth, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Um, I'm definitely going to pray for you. Nobody should have to go through that, especially with you having terminal cancer and them telling you you can't give your rights up and you have someone that you're terrified living in your home. That has to be
It
horrifying.
is, especially when you call DHS in and they literally see holes in the walls. Yeah, it's terrible. Thank you, you said.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the
Thank
show.
you for
I
having
really
me. I'm
appreciate
glad
it.
I could have slipped away. And hopefully next
Yes.
time y'all can hear
Yes,
me better.
Please keep in
yes,
contact
ma'am.
with us, so we can, see what other options is available for you.
Yes, we are here
Because
every
here in the state of
Thursday.
Mississippi, I love to do research. I love to read, and this is something I definitely will be, researching, because it has to be some type of solution for you.
I appreciate it. And I'll definitely catch y'all next Thursday. I'm just going to have to slip back into the front where everybody else is now. And I'll be listening. Y'all still though.
Yes, ma'am. Every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
You have, I can't understand her. You're fading out. You're just completely distorted now. There she go. Whew. I want to thank everyone for being on the show tonight. I want to thank everyone for being on the show tonight, especially Beth. Her story was very, very touching. April, your story was hilarious, but touching as well. Dana, your stories are always great.
And look, I had to learn, and I have lived, and I want to continue to live to the fullest and continue to learn. So my experiences, I try to make them as interesting as possible.
I know that's right. Everything shouldn't be so bad.
No.
Everything is not always bad. Not always bad. Also, excuse me. Sipping with Maria and Tika G are looking for guests to be on the show. If you are interested, please email us with the following information: your name, a short bio about yourself, your Facebook, Twitter, and or Instagram, and a topic you would like to talk about, and a picture. When you send a picture, please keep it clean and understand that you give Sipping with Maria and Tika G permission to use your picture for promotional use only. You send your information to Sipping with Maria, the number three, Tika, at gmail.com. If your topic is chosen, you will be asked to be on the show. If your topic is not chosen, that does not mean we won't pick it in the future. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Maria underscore Tika G. That's Maria underscore Tika Gee. You can follow us on Facebook with Sipping with Maria Tika G. Instagram at Sipping with Maria, the number three Tika G. YouTube Sipping with Maria, the and sign Tika G. And again at our website, Sipping with Maria, the number three Tika G.com. And remember, we're here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrities. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. Sipping with Maria and Tika G. We don't talk about politics, religion, or celebrity. Catch us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and don't forget your wine. Sipping with